Hi, this is a case study. We're going to revise how did Christine died. I want to welcome you to this presentation. I hope you enjoy it. This is UNCW. This is the MPA program for the class Managing Public and Nonprofit Organizations with Dr. Mark Imperial, and my name is Veronica Reed. So what happened with Christine? She was a young girl. She had a lot of projects and desires. She enjoyed working her art, and she decided to go to college. As a young lady, she enjoyed meeting other people. So she was growing as a student, as an artist, and within people that she enjoyed being around, she met MC. This relation started like a very positive engagement and wonderful ideas. However, shortly it became quite clear that MC was aggressive and abusive towards her. After a while, Christine realized that this was not something that she would like to pursue, so she decided to break up with MC. So Christine, she was battered and hurt. MC told her that actually she would kill her if she wouldn't stand in one of their arguments. So Christine finally found the strength and became the woman she wanted to be. She seeks some help and contacted probation officers and other people seeking support to distance herself from this abusive relationship. We have MC here. He was working on his own motto here. He was very persuasive. He knew how to play the system. He always told others that he was about to change, that he was a good citizen. He clearly knew how to play the system and how to go around it. He knew how to get in touch with money without much effort, and he always told others that he was a victim of the circumstances and that his family didn't love him and that everything would be wonderful and beautiful shortly. Finally, Christine received a protective order, but unfortunately she left her work early, and MC, who had recently bought a gun, found nothing better to do than to kill her. He thought that if Christine couldn't be with her, he just had to kill her, and he also decided to kill himself. Another problem that we have here is the lack of cooperation. The mental health center in Boston, they treated MC in some ways, but they let him go. At the end of the day, they felt he was a good citizen, he needed a chance, so they let him go. A big problem here is the violation of protocols. MC was released after 3 months of violation of probation, which is quite a problem. There was a psychiatric evaluation, and it was considered that MC was not dangerous to himself. Then we have the county that dropped the charges for burglary. So MC knew how to play the system for sure. We had some people that failed to do their duties, but definitely MC took advantage from that. And we have a probation officer that he didn't know what was really going on in other areas. So we have again this problem between who goes first. Well, I didn't know because I didn't ask, and the county and the other areas didn't really inform him well. Well, that really is a problem. So what really happened? We do feel for Christine and for all the victims of domestic violence, and we can always say that the system failed Christine, but we also want to be more cautious and revise this case to identify what can be done or how can we utilize this in a positive. Another problem we encounter here is the clear lack of communication between the different organizations. We have the county who says, well, I really didn't know what was going on. On the other side, we have, well, you didn't know because you didn't ask. We have a complex system. We have different people, different organizations, different institutions that have different objectives, different missions that are not always well connected. If one part fails to do their duties, the consequences can be devastating. Also to consider is that domestic cases are complex, are unique, and it takes some time sometimes for the victims to recognize the danger of it. One of the other issues that we have is the lack of unified vision. It goes together with lack of communication. This person had repeated charges. Clearly, he was in violation of probation. with the excuse that the jails were overcrowded, they let him go. This was not a good citizen by no means. He simply killed animals for the heck of it. He was charged with violent domestic abuse several times. This was no news for anybody. So this is quite a problem here. We don't have clear priorities between the different organizations. He went to jail, but the charges were dropped again, so that's quite a problem. Another problem we have is the lack of civil involvement. Unfortunately for Christine, there were two people that knew that MC had a gun, and nobody said anything. He repeatedly said that I was going to kill somebody, I will shoot somebody, but unfortunately those two people remain silent. So some people did a good job. Mr. Robert Simmons, he reacted fast. He established a relationship with Christine, and he tried to prepare her and to make awareness how dangerous the situation was for her. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for Christine. So what can we learn? We can always say, well, life is horrible and nothing can be done. How Grumpy Cat says, well, I didn't choose the grumpy life. The grumpy life chose me. Or, so in perspective, what has been done? Since Christine died, a lot of things have been done, and a lot of people have mobilized their ideas, have voiced their concerns, and the laws have changed a little bit. We have some cases of rape, and in the colleges there is a significant change if we compare now from what happened 10 or 20 years ago. So this is a combination of elements, and when we try to put things in perspective, of course, there are politics involved, and their changes require time. We do want to put things in perspective. We do know that domestic violence is a huge issue. We are tremendous lacrosse fans. I do recall a few years ago the case of a UVA student that was killed by her boyfriend, another lacrosse star. It was a horrible story. Also to consider is the lacrosse case for a Duke team, where a few students were accused of raping a girl that later on proved to be inaccurate, but pretty much destroyed their lives. This doesn't make it right, but we want to be factual. We do want to recognize that the prison are overpopulated, and that we don't have enough resources to give a good service, and that there is a system that is really overworked. So people really are facing some very big challenges in this area. First of all, we're going to revise some general views about the legal system. We have, the idea that rehabilitation comes first, and the idea that punishment comes first. So it's a big issue, because some people feel that we have to ensure that people that commit infractions or violations or that are abusive, that they should be first treated, and other people feel that punishment should be the only way to treat those cases. And this is quite theoretical, but also very practical, because we have an ongoing battle between how to pursue these cases, what kind of actions we should take. Should we believe that people can do better, or should we punish them right away? How does Christine case relate to us? The fathers of our country, they gave us separation of power, and this is still going on because the colleges from one side are being more proactive, and from the other side, the Justice Department says that the colleges are not equipped to proceed with these cases. So we have again the same topic of separation of powers, and who is in charge of who and what is the priority. We want to keep things in perspective. We live in a world that is imperfect. We live in a world that's very diverse, when people have different ideas on what needs to be done first. We also live in a world that has limited resources. Everybody wants a piece of a pie and wants it immediately. So when we want to make changes, it requires effort, discipline, and teamwork. So how can we transform in a positive experience, or what can we learn from this? We can always remember that we are part of a team. We are never totally isolated, and our work and ethic impacts others. We can always develop good communication skills and remain always engaged, even when we deal with people that we don't enjoy working with. We can always try to remain motivated and motivate others. We can advocate for different causes. We can remain vigilant and be part of a critical society, and we can always improve our skills and be an active part of our team and environment. And we can always develop our relationship and develop trust and gain attitudes, positive attitudes, and building a positive environment in any place, no matter what we do.